And then the saddest part of it all, bro. Captain Marvel shows up. You commanded me to deliver the dead body of Thor, God of Thunder. I hope his head will suffice. Just take a moment, boys, to let this sink in. Captain Marvel just decapitated the God of Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time. The long-awaited, very much so delayed live stream for Marvel Future Fights update V725, I believe. Yeah, it's now here, and it comes with surprises, or at least one surprise. We know for sure, based on yesterday's trailer, that we were getting uniforms for these two characters, minimum, right? I'll do the full breakdown video on that. Some of you guys actually appreciated it. I love that. Thank you guys so much. I've seen a lot of engagement from you guys, lots of likes, lots of comments. Keep it up, boys. Love it, love it, love it. I'll try to do that more often since you guys seem to like that. All right, so Blue Marvel's here. He's rocking his cape. Very much so looking forward to him getting a big power up. People are speculating he's gonna be the tier 3. But hey, man, whether he's tier 3 or awakened, it really doesn't matter, because each of those things have advantages in different game modes. Like, more often than not, when it comes to danger room and one-shotting, awakened characters are the best pick, because you get your awakened skill right out the gate, right? Even for World Boss Legend, in some cases, the awakened skill just being readily available at the start of the match, that's a game changer, for real, for real. So these days, whatever they get, as long as they get some substantial buffs to go along with it, I'm okay with it. I don't care about the tier 3 status as much as I used to. Even though tier 3 gives you more HP, I'm okay with whoever gets, okay? The elephant in the room, however, is the fact that Captain Marvel is now out here looking like a Power Ranger, bro. Like, what is this, Dino Thunder? I can't remember the last time I watched Power Ranger. What is this, Space Patrol? You know, like, I had a bunch of people hit me up, bro, on Discord asking me, yo, what is this, like Red Ranger, Captain Marvel, Black Ranger? What's going on here, fam? I've never seen this Captain Marvel before. I'm gonna do a little breakdown for you, let y'all know what's going on with her there, because you might get clickbaited into thinking she's gonna become a villain, and they could try to market her as a villain, whereas she's technically not. And I'm gonna show you guys why, because I already see people saying, yo, she's a villain now. I seen a picture of her killing all the Avengers, bro. She's a villain now. You either live and die as a villain. What's that saying? You either die as a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. You either live as a hero, die as a hero, and stay dead, or your story will get rebooted 50 times until they find a way to market you as a villain. It's Marvel Comics, come on, man. Anyways, nobody stays dead and nobody stays a villain. If they're a hero, they're a hero. It is what it is. What surprises me though, what surprises me about Captain Marvel's uniform is the fact that this image right here is what they were trying to recreate yesterday in the trailer, with Monica, Blue Marvel, America Chavez, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel. Obviously, they slid in Bazar, completely fine. However, you can see the uniform that Captain Marvel is wearing here is not in the game per se, at least not this haircut, right? And they chose to go with something completely different. Why is that? Is it because this one is newer? Not too sure. Not too many of you guys are really big comic readers, so some of you guys may not even know that this is Captain Marvel, but it is. It's what she looks like now, or at least this is what she was rocking for like 5 issues, right? When people thought she was a supervillain, which I don't know why you would think she's. Well, I know why. It's because you got clickbaited, right? Marvel did the whole YouTuber thing, right? So right here, this is the image that everybody sees. They're like, oh, Captain Marvel's a villain now, bro. She dropped off all the Avengers. Look at Thor, looking like a waste man. Look at Scarlet Witch. Look at Captain America. America, my ass. Look at Iron Man. Look at Black Panther. Look at She-Hulk. Look at Spider-Man. Everybody getting dropped off. Captain Marvel a villain now, confirmed. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become Batman. Anyways, I'm just playing. So what's going on here with Captain Marvel? Why is she rocking this weird suit? Kind of looks villainous, right? I could see why you guys would say that she's a villain. It looks villainous, and this right here looks pretty ominous. This looks like something we've seen before with another character when they said he went crazy and killed everybody, right? Anyways, point is, I'm gonna walk you guys through a little bit of what happens in this run. This is the 2019 Captain Marvel run, and this right here, what you're looking at, this is the, I guess you would say, the cover page for issue number 12, right? And what happens here is Captain Marvel actually gets taken hostage, or at least she gets captured, and she gets put in an entanglement. Yes, she gets put in an entanglement, and she is forced to kill the Avengers. Yes, forced to kill the Avengers. First on the list is the god of mountains. No, the god of Thor, the god of beer, the god of get my ass whooped. So basically, Captain Marvel just randomly shows up in this new suit. First person she goes after is Thor. Why? Because he's the most powerful. So you go for the head first, right? That one said, you go for the head, then everything else will fall in place. So Captain Marvel presses him, whoops his ass a little bit. He gets knocked into the water. He gets Mjolnir. You know, he smirks. He's like, listen, man, I am the god of bare belly. Okay, I'm just joking. He's not fat no more. He's swole. Anyways, right? So basically, Thor comes out. They fight for a little bit. They're like flying all over the states. You can see Thor just slapped their face in, right? However, Captain Marvel not going to go down like no chump. They're going to be going at this for like hours. You can see at one point they're in Kansas, another point they're in like California, next they're in the Pacific. Like they're going all over. It's the world tour, baby. Eventually though, Captain Marvel gets fed up with it. They fly off into space. Thor comes at her and she blasts Mjolnir out of his hand into deep space. And Thor, being Thor, is like, listen, all it takes is but a thought for Mjolnir to return to me. Nope, gone with gravity, bro. Gone in the deep space. Thor's like, what have you done? My weapon. She's like, even the odds. Obviously, you're gonna go up against a god with one of the strongest weapons in the universe. If you want to kill Thor, you gotta take away the hammer first, and then you go for the head. Watch what happens, boys. So basically, Thor gets dropped off. Carol's sad. Look at my man right here, Thor Odin's son. Rest in peace, my guy. He got dropped off, get carried like a little baby. And then the saddest part of it all, bro. Captain Marvel shows up. You commanded me to deliver the dead body of Thor, God of Thunder. I hope his head will suffice. Just take a moment, boys, to let this sink in. Captain Marvel just decapitated the God of Thunder. Yes, ma'am. That's savage. And again, she's not being mind controlled. She is being controlled, but she's not being mind controlled. She's fully coherent. She knows what she's doing, and she is still going through with it. And without even taking a break, next on the ass-kicking world tour was none other than Tony Stank, everybody's favorite playboy. He's in here brushing his teeth. He gets a warning. Guess what? It's time to get your ass whooped. Captain Marvel shows up, presses him, and then he's like, yo, what are you doing, Carol? Stop, bro, we're friends. You know, we have our little moments back and forth here and there, but we're still friends. We love each other, right? Carol's like, no, get blasted into space. And then she's like, listen, I've already killed a god today, right? Because Iron Man trying to flex on her. She's like, listen, I already killed a god today. You're just a guy in a fancy suit. Listen, bro. Damn, bro. Look at Tony. Carol, I don't know what's happening, but you can't win this. Even if you get past me, you think the rest of the Avengers won't tear you apart. Tony, I already killed a god today. How many people have used that line before in Marvel Comics, bro? That's a new one. For real. I've already killed a god today. Damn, you're just a guy in a fancy suit. Tony's like, wrong. I'm a guy in an amazing suit with an army of robots. Woo! the banter. You love it. You love it, boys. You love it. And then Tony, being the smartass that he is, tries to activate some type of house party protocol to summon all of his suits to come help him. Obviously, when you're fighting somebody who knows your tactics, they're gonna stop you. So what does Carol do? She breaks his freaking windpipe so he can't talk. Makes it a lot harder for you to call your army if your windpipe is broken. Oh wait, you're in the middle of space? Let me just rip off your suit so you can't actually fly around out here, and then you can't breathe. Your windpipe is broken. Guess what? You're gonna die. Yo, she is so savage. So savage. Next on the list, Black Panther. Yes, my guy T'Challa. Not a moment's rest for you. So basically, Carol comes back and Black Panther's like, listen, I'm not waiting for you to come hunt me down like Thor and Iron Man. No. Right? He's like, did you think I was going to continue to let you pick off the Avengers one by one? That I was going to just wait around until you made your way to me? The king doesn't wait for nobody. The king gonna press you. That's what's up. And he did press her. He did press her with this gun, but he didn't know. Like, unlike Tony, who already knew that it was Captain Marvel, T'Challa didn't know, so he hit her with a photon blast, right? And then obviously being Captain Marvel, that's energy. She's just gonna power up, right? So then he's like, who are you? I'm gonna rip that mask off, and you know. But then because Carol doesn't want to reveal who she is, she's not using her powers. She's just fighting him off this raw strength. Eventually, she does blast him unexpectedly because he's not expecting it. He doesn't know it's Captain Marvel, right? And then that was it for the king. You know, he just kind of got dropped off. Next up is She-Hulk. Yeah, she's a part of the Avengers in this run, boys. It's She-Hulk versus Captain Marvel, and even her, she gets dropped off as well. You can see right here is a nice little back and forth between them. However, eventually Carol fries her brain, and yeah, it's kind of sad. It took basically catching Jen off guard for it to happen, but yeah, she ended up frying her brain and she passed out. Now at this point, Captain America basically becomes aware of what's going on and the Avengers are going missing, so he just shows up. He literally just shows up. He's like, listen, I'm not even gonna wait for you to come to me. And then he basically just does the Cap thing, you know. He just talks and he's like, listen, what's going on, Carol? Tell me what's happening. And then she's like, listen, there's no better way. I have to do this. And then Cap just literally drops his shield. I was not expecting this, to be honest. I thought Cap was gonna slug it out, you know, like be stubborn about it. But he's like, nah, if you think there's no better way, I trust you. And then he just drops his shield, bro. I don't know if it's because Cap like wussed out or not, because he's like, yo, wait, Thor got dropped off? Wait, She-Hulk got dropped off? Wait, Black Panther got dropped off? Wait, Tony, the amazing suit and the army and everything, he got dropped off? Okay, I'm just a guy with a shield, bro. Like, that's what's up. I'm out. just take the shield, bro. I'm out. Cap was having an off day, bro. He's like, I'm not trying to fight. So Captain Marvel knocked him out right quick. And then basically all this time, I left this out just for our suspense, but basically what she's been doing with them is actually capturing them and putting them inside Singularity, and they've just been outer space. She's actually just been replacing them with clones of themselves because she found a lab where somebody was trying to clone the Avengers. And the reason why she only brought a head for Thor is because for some reason they could only clone Thor's head. They couldn't clone his body. He got that God bod, right? So yeah, they could only clone the head. As you can see, we have Iron Man over here. I believe they have Namor and a whole bunch of other people in here. They got Clint, Cap, everybody, right? So somebody was trying to clone the Avengers, and conveniently she found this, and this was the perfect opportunity for her to use these clones to replace the Avengers while they hide out in space and come up with a plan. Now this comic run actually has some pretty dope fights. If you guys know anything about Marvel Comics, you know one of the longest feuds is actually between Rogue and Captain Marvel. And early on, we get to see a nice little back and forth, a nice little beatdown sesh between two of the baddest chicks in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? You get to see Rogue and Captain Marvel go at it, bro. Like, yes, boys. I don't know about you guys, but I like to see powerful women throw hands. Okay, hands, and more hands. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good fight. If you guys want to come read it, it's Captain Marvel 2019. It's a good read. It's definitely a good read. It's 29 issues, but you get to see a little bit of Rogue and Captain Marvel action on like issue number 3. That's pretty dope. However, all of this was because this guy, Vox Supreme, he was basically just trying to collect the DNA for all of the Avengers, Carol included, because he was trying to create some type of super soldier. Now, this whole storyline with Vox Supreme gets wrapped up in about 4 issues when Captain Marvel eventually stalls for enough time for the Avengers to figure out how to deal with this guy, because of the fact that he had a bunch of bombs hidden in Kree refugees, and he was threatening to like blow them up, in addition to the fact that he had Captain Marvel in this suit, so she couldn't, like, as you can see, fight him because he would just control her. So she had no choice but to go along with what he had planned until she found a way to get out of it. Now, if you guys don't know who Vox is basically a member of the Kree Empire. He's essentially a supercomputer. If you guys know about the Kree's Supreme Intelligence, he's essentially the Kree Supreme Intelligence combined with a superhuman, a Vox, a vicious fighting killing machine, right? If you guys know anything about the Inhumans, you know that they were like indirectly created by the Kree Empire. So were the Voxes, right? The Voxes, I believe, were created first, but they're just like savages. They just kill everything, and I think they just inadvertently tried again, and then they created the Inhumans because they wanted something that they could control. Obviously, the Inhumans ain't gonna bow down to nobody except Black Bolt, so we have what we have today with the Inhuman Kingdom, and then we have the Kree Empire struggling to stay alive and doing all this kind of like shady shit behind the scenes, right? Anyways, overall, it's a decent storyline. However, don't be fooled, Captain Marvel is definitely not a villain. She figures out a way to get out of this predicament without killing anybody. Anyways, while this guy was trying to take a sample of Captain Marvel's DNA for his like crazy experiment to create some more superhumans, she used a tiny sonic disruptor to get this symbiotic type suit off of her, and from there, you know, the typical comic book stuff happened. She beat up the bad guy, the Avengers show up, and it's just GG. Anyways, guys, with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Also, let me know if you guys are a fan of Captain Marvel's newest uniform or if you prefer the old one. Honestly, change is not always good, but in this case, it is nice to see something different, just because all of her uniforms previously, they have the same color scheme. So for the most part, they kind of just look identical, whereas this one will look completely different, and it is canon, like it's straight from the comic. So it's not like something they just made up out of nowhere, as some of you guys might believe if you didn't see this video. Okay, so catch you guys on the next one.